Last night, it was reported by the Pro Wrestling Sheet, by Ryan Satin over there of WWE Backstage fame, and later confirmed by WWE on their corporate website and social media that Andrade, the WWE United States Champion, had been suspended for 30 days for his first violation of the company's wellness policy. Like I said, this is his first violation, so he's only going to be gone 30 days. But it explains the injury angle they did last night on Raw. So last night, they had Andrade defending the United States Championship against Humberto Carrillo. During the match, Carrillo hits a moonsault, and then in comes Zelina Vega to break up the pinfall. So it's a disqualification. Andrade retains the United States Championship, despite Humberto winning by disqualification. But post-match, we had Humberto pull back the protective mats on the outside to show the exposed concrete, and then he hits a hammerlock DDT on Andrade, similarly to how Andrade kayfabe injured Humberto about a month ago on Raw. So it explains why Andrade's been written off TV. At the time, we didn't know that. The thing is, with WWE nowadays, I just assumed before, because the news broke after that angle had happened. So I assumed at the time, Andrade's going to be back at Raw like next week, because you know WWE, that's how it happens. But what does this mean for Andrade? Obviously, it's a shame, and those kind of things, regardless of being the first time, they tend to stick to you, and people don't forget. Will he remain the United States champion? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, back in the day, it used to be if you didn't defend the championship in, was it 28 or 30 days, you were stripped of the championship. So maybe they do that. It's definitely not ideal to have one of your champions be suspended due to a wellness policy violation. And it is disappointing. Because for me, even though some people have said, Humberto is the next Hispanic star, for me, the next big Hispanic star in the WWE is Andrade. He's got it all, maybe apart from the promo. I know he was working on his English when he moved to NXT, and I think that's still coming along. But having Zelina Vega as the mouthpiece has just taken his career to the next level. So whether or not this violation hurts his career, we'll have to wait and see. We've seen so many superstars come back from having these violations. You think of the likes of Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, even Roman Reigns. Remember Roman Reigns a couple of years ago violated the wellness violation. He was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at the time and came back and was punished by having a United States Championship reign. Andrade isn't Roman Reigns, so we'll have to wait and see what the course of action is here. But previously, we hadn't heard about any wellness violations for the longest time. And then about a month ago in November, around November time, we had the violations by Roode and Primo, who was suspended for 30 days also, their first violation of the policy. Now, Primo at the time contests that it wasn't a failed drugs test, it was just him not travelling from Puerto Rico to take the test. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, Primo, but that is a violation of the wellness policy. If you don't take the test, that's just as good as a fail. I mean, that's not how tests work. But Robert Roode's come back, and it would appear that there's been no issue with his booking. He's still involved with that. Hopefully the feud's over now, but he was still involved with that feud with having King Corbin, backing up King Corbin with Dolph Ziggler as his lackeys against Roman Reigns and the Usos. So he's back now. You wouldn't even know that he was away for 30 days. So hopefully it doesn't hurt Andrade's career. But the bottom line is you just can't fail these tests. And perhaps, and this is just me speculating now, perhaps this is WWE sending a warning to the rest of the roster that you're not safe. Remember, like I said, we had Roman Reigns fail a test a couple of years ago. And it sends a warning, regardless of who you are on the roster, if you're a champion or not, if you don't take these tests seriously, you will get suspended. Now, I find it curious that this is on the back of Darren Young previously saying a couple of weeks ago that 90% of the roster was now using marijuana. Perhaps it's a warning about that. I do believe that marijuana is on the prohibited items in the wellness policy, so perhaps it's a case of sending a warning to the roster. Now, even though it's legal in certain states in the USA, you can't. It's on a banned substance list on our wellness policy. You can't be using marijuana. But hopefully, like I said, it doesn't hurt his career. And the good thing is that with it only being 30 days, he will be back by WrestleMania, which is the biggest payday of the year. Now, you don't want to be suspended and miss WrestleMania. That's, of course, what Jeff Hardy did back in, was it 2008 at WrestleMania 24? He missed the Money in the Bank ladder match for failing the wellness test or violating the wellness policy, and he was actually in the Money in the Bank ladder match and was scheduled to win that match. So not only did he miss a WrestleMania payday, but he missed possibly being elevated to the main event level. Of course, he would win the WWE Championship later on, but again, it proves that WWE is serious about their wellness policy. Now, I can already see some people eye-rolling when they're hearing me say this, as it's been reported for many years that certain superstars are exempt from the wellness policy, especially the part-time superstars. Remember Brock Lesnar back in 2016 when he made his return for UFC 200, fighting Mark Hunt. He found out after the fight that he actually failed the USADA pre-fight and post-fight drug tests. I think he was found with some estrogen blockers or something like that. And then, of course, that led people to question WWE about, well, why wouldn't you pick this up in WWE? And then WWE released a statement that part-time superstars who aren't on the road full-time are exempt from the wellness policy. So you can be Brock Lesnar, you can be Triple H, you can be whoever is there part-time, and you can take all the drugs that you want, and it doesn't matter. So, again, they haven't released what the substance was in this case with Andrade, so at the moment we just have to speculate, but I tend not wanting to do that. To me, it was a surprise and it is a shocker, especially considering he is the champion. And if they really wanted to get the title off him, they definitely could have done that either at the Royal Rumble or last night on Raw. They didn't, which would lead me to think that regardless of the violation, they don't want to remove the championship from him just yet. Like I said, whether it hurts his career or not, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But what do you think of this shocking suspension news on the backs of two previous suspensions by Roode and Primo just last year? Is WWE once again firming up on their wellness policy, or is this just a case of first three failed tests in the longest time? We'll have to wait and see. What do you think the impact of this is going to be on Andrade's career? Will he remain the United States champion? Will he continue to be pushed as the top heel Latino star, eventually turning into a babyface? Obviously, this comes off the back of a great series of matches against Rey Mysterio. At one point, it was speculated we could see a mask versus hair match between Andrade and Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. Is that going to happen now? Is Andrade going to be pushed down the card? Is he going to be punished? Let me know your opinion in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, listening, streaming, or however you've come across this video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to never miss out on another wrestling video. Thank you very much, and I'll speak with you again very, very soon.